of thousands of foals, Patrick's never lost the sense of achievement at the arrival of new life.
It's something in certainly my game that's a great thrill to see a live foal. I think at the beginning of the season we're all waiting for those first foals to be born. This is what it's all about. I think it's probably over and above everything else. This live little foal sitting here on the ground, that's what we're working for.
The stud staff work long hours, often with broken sleep during foaling. After the highs of a successful birth and the lows of mucking out, there's nothing better than letting off steam at the pump. These young people are drawn from around the world, but given Patrick's ancestry, it's not surprising that one accent tends to dominate. But always underlying the fun and the good times is the knowledge that success depends on a once-a-year event, the yearling sales. Summer, and the stud is building towards the high point of the year's work, the coming round of yearling sales on both sides of the Tasman. There's always an air of excitement and anticipation when Cambridge stud horses enter the ring, because Patrick presents more than just a horse. He offers a promise of possible racing glory, the idea that maybe this one will be a winner. Patrick personally assesses each yearling. For the owners of these horses, his individual brand of marketing can mean a difference of thousands of dollars when the hammer falls.
Yeah, it's going to have to come from the inside out, not the outside in this one. She's going to have to get some...
Do you want her on that wheel?
Yeah. She's rubbing her shoulder.
She was on a normal and she was good last time you looked, but last week you put her on a diet.
Yeah, I still think you should add to it half a cup of caseinate.
Okay.
When you're selling dreams and promise, presentation is everything. The desire to show animals has always been in Patrick's blood. As a young boy at Calf Club, he learnt about the importance of presentation from his father, Tom Hogan, renowned for showing Clydesdales. He already knew where he was going by the age of 15. He left school and devoted himself to learning all there was to know about breeding horses.
I love marketing, you know, the product that I love producing and the life that I live, that is my chosen vocation, and I enjoy all those things. And, you know, to me it's taking the best I can advantage over all my competitors. And if I can do that, it's like a game, or it's like playing a match, and I want to win it. And that's the part of Cambridge stud, you know, that I do really enjoy outside of the love of my animals.
I first saw them at the sales when they had the 10 by 10 hospitality tent. Justine used to make the club sandwiches and have a coffee in the flask, and that was the year that we bought Noble Heights, so, and we've seen a few changes since then.
Actually, you bought his share in Sir Tristram, didn't you?
That's right, I was lucky.
No, same day.
Patrick's marketing reached its height in the boom years of the late 80s, when prices for top yearlings soared towards the $1 million mark. He would select the most likely buyers, mostly Australians, and fly them first class across the Tasman for a tour of the stud, followed by a day of relaxation on Lake Taupo.
Well done.
It was a bit like a club. I think each and every buyer knew that I'd targeted him because he had the resources and the money, and I think he knew that unless he at least bid on some of my horses, and he at least succeeded in buying one and possibly two, then he'd remain in the club. If he didn't do that, he might be left behind.
650 bid. 650 on bid. 650,000 price. 650 on bid.
In the sale ring, as everywhere else, Patrick never lets the reins slip. He's always sought to stay in control.
700,000 Jim, 700,000 Pop, 700,000 Ben, 700,000 I settle it out now, 700,000 Patrick, what do we do with it? He needs the money, so we better sell it. And I get $700,000 for it. 700, buys it. Sure you won't. Last time, sells for $700,000.
In the 1980s, his aim was to become the first to sell a yearling for $1 million. At last, in 1989, he presented a colt by Sir Tristram out of the great mare Surround, and he knew just how to play the market.
A 400,000 to 500,000 first up bid can put people on their back foot, and I wanted to avoid that. So I organised with my auctioneer that when the horse did go in the ring, that we would kick him off at a very low figure before anybody could jump in on us. So we anticipated and jumped in ahead of anybody else quickly and kicked the colt off at 50,000 and just took him up in 50,000 bids to about 350, 400,000. From there we let him go, and when I say let him go, he was out there, he was to the public, he was for sale. And he got up to 850,000, and I think it was Colin Hayes who had bid 850. The Japanese hadn't even put a bid in. I circled the ring a few times, and I thought to myself, this is it. And when that million came, it was a tremendous feeling. It really was a great feeling that I'd done it, the first to ever put $1 million yearling through the ring. I looked up, and of course my family, the grooms and staff and everybody were all in the one spot. I knew where they were. And I looked up and I was completely overwhelmed. It just poured into me, and I had to quickly look down, gain my composure, because the tears were starting to flood into my eyes.
Patrick sold 2 horses for over $1 million each that day, a price that's never been equaled since. Paddy had met his side of the promise made between man and horse 20 years earlier. He's given Cambridge Stud more than his best shot, and Patrick's kept his side of the bargain too.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paddy. Happy birthday to you. Here for Graham.
The star of his own birthday party and star of the stud, Sir Tristram still shows his indomitable spirit.
Come on, bro. Just stand him, bro. Let him look. Just stand him. Don't move him. He'll be right. He's just getting used to what's going on.
Patrick's inspired belief in the horse has created a dynasty that will influence the thoroughbred industry around the world for generations to come. 600 guests have come to pay tribute to a legend.
Ladies and gentlemen who have handled Sir Tristram and throughout his time here at Cambridge Stud. And right now he's being handled by Mark Vince, who has done so for the last 3 to 4 years.
Come on, Paddy. Happy birthday, Paddy.
You knew the European tracks. You loved to run, for racing was your game. They even land and you run for the roses. But in Julie cut short your chance and fame.
Sir Tristram has changed the lives and made the fortunes of many of those present. And today is an opportunity for them to say thank you to man and horse. But for Patrick, even a day of celebration isn't a day of rest. The birthday party is the perfect opportunity for a consummate marketer to keep promoting his product.
Well, when all the boys got around him, he just settled. He settled right down. I mean, I gave him a pat and went under his neck because I knew that he just thought, oh, well, I'm fine now.
Your fame spread far, spread all around the racing world.
Well, I said, I want my horse to run in the international.
And you became the greatest sire in all the world.
Yeah, no, that's good as gold. Okay.
Home to faraway New Zealand, to Cambridge stud, the place you'll never leave again.
Yeah. I'm going to even miss it.
There on, you'll miss yourself.
The promise has been kept, but the day must inevitably come when the partnership will end.
The day will come, but I think I'll cope with it very well if he dies naturally. And it's one last wish I have with the horse. And I say, Paddy, don't let me down. You know, don't you let me down. When the day comes, you do it the right way. You've done everything perfect so far. Please do it the right way. It'll be tough, but I want to find you dead. I don't want to have to humanely put you down, or I don't want to have to nurse you because you're not well. I certainly wouldn't want to go before the horse. I would rather he go first. Because then, in my mind, I'm happy that I've carried every promise that I made through between him and I, and he's had the life that he should have, and what I've given him, rather than perhaps something happened to me and he was still left in the paddock in the hands of somebody else. I just wouldn't like that at all. It would be the end of a very good, it'd be a bad ending to a very good story for me.